is that I've got readings, personal readings, weekly readings, things like that, as well as a snail mail tier, and the sanctuary tier is kind of just like personal kind of stuff, like more in-depth type of conversations and things that I don't have on my YouTube quite as often. So be sure to check that out. It's always linked down below my videos. So let's go ahead and get into the questions. So the first section, I'm going to pull them from my Patreon. So the first question is, would you consider doing an ASMR video showing your card deck collection? And I feel like, I'm trying to remember, I think I did film one at some point. Let me go on my channel really quickly and try to see when it was. But I have gotten a few new decks since then, or maybe only one new deck. I don't know. But if you guys would be interested in like a relaxing kind of video where I tap on the card decks and show them, or maybe just like talk about my favorite card decks, maybe I could do that instead of the whole collection. But I will link the collection video down below if I can find it. If I can find it, I would be more than happy to share that with you. So on to the next question. Also, yeah, let me know if you guys are interested in that kind of video. The next question is, do you have a spiritual or self-care practice? If so, what does it include? So I feel like this question, I'm like, oh shit, I don't have either right now. I feel like whenever I was living in this old like tobacco factory or tobacco warehouse kind of place in college, I was the most like in tune with my spirituality. I feel like it was like just being birthed, and I was a lot more into it back in the day, in the sense of like daily practice kind of stuff. Like I would do readings for myself all the time. I would watch readings, not personal readings, I would watch readings on YouTube constantly. And I feel like I would like journal daily about the spiritual stuff that was happening around me, the signs and synchronicities that I was noticing, and I was very tapped in at that time. And as for like self-care, I feel like I did a lot more, like whenever I would shower, I would put on meditative music, like those frequencies and things. Like you could type in like heart chakra healing frequency, or crown chakra, or just like a frequency if you're having a migraine, like things like that. I would listen to those as I was like showering, and I feel like that was very peaceful, and it gave me a similar sensation of going to like a yoga class or something like that. As for like self-care practice now, I think just honoring my body is my self-care practice, because it's something that's like, I think, easy to do the more you practice it. But just listening to your body, like if you have like a schedule, and you know, I have my agenda sitting up here, you guys can't see it, but like I'll write down what I want to do that day, and today is a day where like I feel like I should be doing a lot more, but it's causing stress, right? Because I'm like, oh my god, I have to go to work in like an hour and a half. I'm freaking out. Oh my god, I can't get done all these 3 things. I want to do laundry, I have a personal reading, and then like filming this, but I decided to water my plants instead. Or like I just kind of got wrapped up into that, and it took me longer than I would have liked, so now I'm hard on myself. So I think a good self-care practice is to like not be hard on yourself whenever you have a to-do list and you can't get everything done on it that you would like. Self-care is like kind of apologizing to yourself and being like, it's okay, you know what I mean? Like, it's alright. And if you wanted to work out, but then your body's not really feeling it that day, and you're feeling a little under the weather, whatever, don't push yourself past the point of like, you know what I mean? Like, don't make yourself feel miserable. Like, just listen to your body. I hope that's like kind of helpful. I don't know. I'm sorry. I think it would be nice to maybe like read books again or do certain things, but I think right now working out and stretching is what I'm like trying to do more regularly, at least like 3 times a week if I can. Like, that's my plan in my head. I'd like to do more, but you know, start small, digestible goals. oils and things like that, I feel like is what I would say for self-care. Next question is, how are your plants doing? I actually just filmed a video for this weekend on Patreon, so it'll come out this Sunday the 6th. But I did like a little bit of a plant update and kind of talked about like why I'm letting them get to the point that I'm letting them get to. So the answer to that is they're not doing the best. I only had like 2 die since I've had all of my plants. Like 2 have like fully just bit the dust, like they're done. One was a bird's nest fern, and then one was actually a Ming fern, I think. So I guess ferns just aren't it. I just haven't kept up with them enough. But the plants are, I feel like they could use like a little wipe down, because you know sometimes they get like dust build up and then that can like fuck with the photosynthesis, baby. That could be a thing I could do. I think maybe like, it's not really the season for repotting, I don't think necessarily. I think just maybe tending to them a little bit more often before they start to like wither would be nice. I just water them whenever they look limp and I notice like, oh god, like that's looking really dry, or this soil's like looking really super duper dry, like desert vibes. That's whenever I care for them. But other than that, they're just kind of there. But yeah, I'll dive into the why and everything like that in that Patreon video. So next question, what are your favorite types of videos to watch? I feel like my relationship with YouTube will constantly be changing, and what I'm into will constantly be changing. Right now, I feel like I don't spend quite as much time as I used to on YouTube in general, but the people that I consistently watch for the most part are Colleen Ballinger, like her vlogs, Colleen vlogs. I like listening to her and Eric's podcast, her husband, Eric Stockland, Colleen Ballinger. I really like them. I watch all of Lolll's vlogs and her and Manny's podcast, full coverage. I watch all of those. I'm trying to think of what else. ASMR wise, I strictly watch B's ASMR. Like every single video she posts, I will watch, and I have not been like that with any other creator recently, and it's no offense or anything like that to like my friends or whatever, but I just feel like I only watch her to like quickly go to sleep, relax, wind down, and I'm not as much interested in ASMR watching like consumption as I used to be. I mean, I still like to make ASMR and like that's what I like to do, but what else? I'm trying to like scroll through here and see what else I watch consistently. Categories of videos I like to watch, I'm trying to think. I guess vlogs, you could say, like just kind of like living with someone, hanging out with someone, like it feels like that type of energy, like keeping up with what they're doing, like that kind of thing. The Lolll vlogs, like I said. Sometimes I watch Dean ASMR. I feel like his videos are funny and like kind of like dumb, but not in a mean way. Like I fucking love Dean, but like this one he just posted the other day was my bagged air collection, and he like inflated Ziploc bags, and then he like wrote different like weird memories on them that like I'm assuming he just made up, you know what I mean? And then he's going through like this entire table full of like bagged air, and it's very creative. So I feel like if you guys are wanting a very creative, spontaneous, random kind of creator, Dean is really great for that kind of stuff. I know you guys know I was like obsessed with Cat Bailey for a second. I haven't watched any of his stuff recently. Sometimes I watch Roman Atwood's podcast with his wife Brittany. Not like religiously, but like every once in a while I'll watch that because I like them. So I guess a lot of podcasts, but like the video episodes, I don't like the audio only versions of shit. Like I won't watch it. Oh, Ryland vlogs, Shane Dawson, Ryland Adams. I watch their vlogs that they do together. Those are probably also some of my most favorite. They're the most like entertaining. I love them. I love to keep up with them. As well as their podcast. I think it's just called the Shane Dawson podcast or something like that, but it's Shane, Ryland, Shane's brother, and then Chris, who's like guys remember Jen X Pin on YouTube. She just, I guess, goes by Jen now, but like her gaming videos, I love those. And then the videos with her girlfriend are fun too. But like just Jen's streams that she posts over on YouTube is what I watch as well. I'm thinking that's it for right now. Another like family vlog kind of shit, but like it's not as cringy to me. It's more like artsy in a way. I don't know. Is Josh and Sav, like Josh and then the and sign, Sav, S-A-V. They have a baby and they're just cute and like young and like, I don't know, like I just like them. So that's another. I'm just scrolling through here seeing what else is on here, but yeah, that's pretty much it, I'd say. And then Benji Plant is another one that I love, like consistently very relaxing content. It feels like ASMR, but it's not necessarily. I mean, technically it kind of could be, but he's more like soft-spoken. He does a lot of like interior design and plant related content, so if you guys are into that, definitely check out Benji Plant. So yeah, I'm gonna say that's it. Next question, how's the job going and are your higher ups being any better with you? So this is coming from a Patreon perspective because I talk about my job. I feel like I used to talk about it a lot more often, but as I'm having a little bit of a shift in my career slightly, like my task load and things is changing, I'm starting to talk about that again on my Patreon. So if you're curious about like what the fuck I do and like everything like that, I talk about it over there more often. And just kind of like the changes I'm going through with my career. So how's the job going? We'll start with that. I think overall it's good. It doesn't like stress me out drastically anymore. I feel a lot more content with my current schedule. I work 4 days a week. I work Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then I go in for something called case review every Wednesday. And case review is pretty much just talking about all of the residents of the domestic violence shelter, their caseload, what's going on, what's happening, where are they in the process, are there any problems that are happening right now with them, that kind of stuff. So we just go through each person. We have different phases, like the welcoming phase, the healing phase, and the launching phase. Launching is whenever they're about to like leave and get their apartment and housing and that kind of thing. Welcoming is the first couple weeks whenever they're there, and then healing is like the bulk of it, which is where they set goals and get a lot of things done that they need to get done. And in welcoming, like we'll order their birth certificates and documents and things like that, because if you're fleeing a domestic violence situation, a lot of the times you don't have time to like get all your shit together, or you lose it, or your partner might burn it or whatever. So we help them get their shit together while they're in welcoming. So that's that. The job is going well though. Like I'm starting to work with the kids a lot more than the women, because I feel like I was kind of like avoiding shit for a little while and not really enjoying myself in terms of like doing the welcoming shit, like getting the documents ordered and all that. Like I just don't really want to. I would rather like do dishes or like clean up or just sit around and like answer the phone, or take the kids and like walk outside and like watch them like hang out while they're on the swings and just kind of interact with them, do an impromptu art group and just sit with the kids and like watch them as they're painting and whatever, and facilitating that. So that's the job. Are your higher ups being any better with you? Yes and no. Mainly yes though, because whenever I was on, this is all Patreon stuff, but quickly, if you guys like want just a quick rundown, like I was on night shift and then I like had a mental breakdown about it, cried about it to my higher ups, and they moved me onto like a second shift schedule, which is like 3 to 11, like somewhere in that range, or like a noon to 6, like something like that. So they have put me on that kind of stuff, and that has been so much better for my mental health. So that is amazing. They're being better with me because I don't feel like they're down my back quite as much. Like the newness of me has kind of worn off, so I feel like they're not as like concerned about me anymore, and I haven't come to them with any kind of crazy concern or anything within the past few months. months, so I think I'm just kind of like coasting at this point. I feel like my manager and I are getting closer, not like personally, but like we are just a lot more in alignment with each other than my like assistant director and I have. Like, we are not compatible at all. But my manager, he's a lot more like hippie nature, like inner child kind of person, and I'm very much that way too. So I feel like he gets me, like from a work standpoint, he like understands me, and he doesn't like have shit to say about like pressuring me or trying to like make me do things I don't want to do. Like, he's very like gentle and encouraging, and what am I trying to say? Like, he's very supportive and he listens to our concerns as a staff. But I feel like me specifically, because we're so similar from like an inner child, like we just want to like be there for these kids at shelter and like, you know, just play and relax and try to create memories and things. Like, we kind of approach the work from a similar lens, which is why it works well. So to answer that question, yeah, they're being better with me overall. Alright, next. I feel like this video might be kind of long. Next question is another from Patreon. So this one is, hi. Hey. How is living in America? Where were you ever outside of the United States? So, I'll start with the other question. I have only been to like Riviera Maya, like Cancun, Mexico. That's it. I would love to go to Canada. Like, I know you didn't ask that, but I would love to go to Canada. I feel like it would be a lot more like in alignment with me than the United States in a way. I would want to like live out west though. Like, that's part of like the Americas that I haven't experienced yet. I've lived in the South pretty much my whole life. I was born in Texas. Lived there for a little bit. Don't remember literally anything. And then I've lived in Georgia like a good chunk of my life. I'm not obsessed with Georgia. Like, it's I feel like I had like a love-hate relationship with it, but more of a hate for a longer period of time. But recently I like going home and I like seeing my mom and my man, things like that. But if I was just like by myself living at home with my mom for those 6 months after I graduated college, I didn't like Georgia. I was like not happy. I felt like shit. But then I moved to a different state for this job that I'm in now. I'm a lot happier in this state. I feel like more rural kind of countryside type of areas make me feel very relaxed and at peace, and I'm not as much into like the hustle and bustle and chaos of like city life. I'm not completely opposed to like living in that kind of situation and experiencing that for like a short period of time, but like longer term, I don't see myself wanting to live in like a city, like a big city, you know. I just love like the more like homey, small town, cozy, like that kind of vibe. How is living in America? I feel like, I mean, I'm not a political person, but as we know, America is a pretty good shit show kind of situation for a lot of different reasons. But I try not to like get involved in that, and I just try to like, you know, create my own path and like, you know, mind my business and stay in my lane and not really worry about all that kind of stuff. So, because if you worry and hyperfixate on how bad America is or whatever you want to say, then you're just gonna like fuck up your peace, and like that's not worth it. So next question is, these are now from YouTube, 20-minute mark YouTube questions. Alright, so the first one is, which ASMR artist do you watch the most? So Bee's ASMR, hands down, 100%. I love her. I feel like she's what I wish to be, what I aspire to be. Just, she's so fucking pretty and like just so soft, and like just, I fucking love her. So she's great and she's cool. So next, what's your favorite rock band and favorite rock song? I didn't sit here and like pre-prepare answers to these questions, so I'm like just trying to think on the spot. My favorite rock band, let me look. I playlist that I made though, just to see if I can, like I was very into Foreigner, Journey, Billy Idol, Billy Joel. Well, is that rock? Is that technically rock? I don't know. There's a Rod Stewart song on here. Cinderella, I really liked for a minute. Great White. Def Leppard's on here. White Snake, Aerosmith, Bon Jovi, Everlast, Eric Clapton, but that's not like rock, but it's on my playlist. Like, I would say right now, I would probably say Great White, which is probably a very like 80s dad type energy, or Rat, R-A-T-T. Rat is another one I really like. So yeah, and then we also have LA Guns, Crocus, Nazareth. So any of those I would probably say I like, although I don't listen to them currently, and that's not like my music jam right now. I know literally all I talk about is Orville fucking Peck, but like Orville Peck obviously, but right now I'm kind of going through like a softer, more like emotional music phase. Like right now, Sasha Alex Sloan, like I've really been liking her music, and also just like old music I used to listen to whenever I worked out a lot. Like in high school, I was like obsessed with working out, and one of my years in college, I also worked out like all the time. So just listening to those old playlists with more like different music on it, like I'm into that stuff recently, but not so much rock currently. Yeah. And I can't think of a favorite rock song. If you want to look at my Instagram though, Culture Evolution, whenever I make reels, I have put like rock songs over those. I'd probably just say a Rat song though, like just, I don't know. Alright, next question. Do you drink beer or any other sort of adult beverage? I do not drink beer often. I feel like I like beer, like the flavor of beer is good to me. I would rather drink a beer than a like mixed drink, because like hard liquor is a hard no for me. I'm not into it at all. It's just like, ugh, it's like high school, college vibes, and I'm just not into it. I do like cider beer, like apple cider type shit, you know what I mean? Or I like IPAs. I feel like those are pretty good. So that's that. Okay, next question. Do you play video games? I don't play video games. I feel like I totally would if I had like a TV and a console and games. I would play them, like maybe not all the time and make it like my lifestyle, but I definitely grew up loving playing Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty Black Ops. Like I loved that shit a lot. Like all the maps, like the airport one, Rust. I'm trying to think of like different ones I can like rattle off. I just see them like vividly in my head. I don't know. And then there's like a cold, like snowy one or whatever. Those are fun. Black Ops. Like a jungle kind of look. I don't know. I just loved like every game. It was like a new map or whatever. Like that was fun to me. Oh, Nuketown. Is that what one's called? Nuketown. Anyways. Also Sims. Sims Pets. Sims Pets 2 is what I used to play all the time. I love Sims. I do watch a lot of gaming videos though. I really do. I feel like, oh, Julian Solomita. How the fuck could I forget Julian whenever talking about the YouTubers I watch? Julian Solomita is one of my favorite humans. I fucking love him. He's great. I love his content too because his personality really just like carries it. But he plays this one game called Dinkum, which I think is like an Australian Animal Crossing type of like look, or type of game. I love that game. Like watching him play Dinkum is very relaxing to me. I like, is it called Phasmophobia or Plasmophobia? Phasmophobia. Is that like the like ghost hunting game? I like watching Jen play that. So yeah, I like watch and consume video games, but I don't play them. Next, do you watch Spongebob? I do not currently, but I used to really enjoy Spongebob. Oh, another YouTube thing, No Gorge, which is Gottmik and Violet Chachki, drag people. They always like put SpongeBob references in their videos, and I really appreciate it. I don't know, it's just funny to me. So yeah, I don't watch it currently, but like I used to love SpongeBob. So peace, love SpongeBob. Do you like sports? I don't keep up with sports. I don't care for them necessarily. I'm not a sports girl. I don't know that I ever will be. I like ice skating. Like, I do that technically, and like that used to be my sport. I like the Olympics. I've talked about that before. I think that like I like the Olympic Games or whatever, but I'm not like a sports girl. I love hockey. I think hockey is very fun. I would like to go to a hockey game soon. I think that'd be fantastic. Okay, next question. We're on the back end of the questions. What do you think the point of life is, and where do you see yourself in 5 years? I think that's a deep question, girl. I love you though, thank you. What do you think the point of life is? I think the point of life is to experience it and to like honor yourself. I always say honor yourself, honor who you are, like be yourself, but like honor who you are during each phase in life as you grow and change. Honor that particular version of you, because that version of you is not going to exist forever throughout the course of your life. So I think the point of life is to like flow with it and grow with it and honor yourself during that process and just enjoy it as much as you can. Even the darker, harder moments, like really like lean into it and feel it, and don't be scared of your feelings. Like, feelings are very impactful and they can teach us a whole lot, and if we try to bottle them up or cover them up in things, it is not beneficial. And I feel like we're like blocking out lessons whenever we approach it that way. So, and then where do you see yourself in 5 years? I would like to be in a good, committed, happy relationship where like we love each other and like live together and like that whole vibe. That would be great. I want that. I would love like a house at some point. I don't know if like 5 years is the timeline or not. Like, I can't say, but I would love like a little small house that's not like fucking hella expensive, and just have some land, like enough land to be able to like have some animals, or like foster animals and things, and like have them on my property and like wake up in the morning and take care of them. I would love to like live like a slower paced life. I think being more of like a homemaker, an artist, like just really like living life and not having to worry about like career, like I don't know, but that's also a hard question too, because I feel like I'm just now starting my career and like getting a specialty-ish, like right now with this like youth advocate stuff, like child advocacy, but maybe to be able to like be more self-sufficient money-wise for sure. I want to be full-time by then, clearly, like 5 years, like duh, like I need it like this year, but definitely just be making more money and being able to support myself and like have a dog and just start creating the life that I want. Maybe doing like little projects on my house, or like painting it or building things. Like, I would love to just like have like a garage and like build shit and go on motorcycle rides with my man, and that's where I see myself. Maybe a kid, because I've been pondering that a lot recently, but we'll see. Okay, next question. It kind of goes along with it, but it is Miss Lori Latte. Hey girl. Also, the question before was my girl Lexi Aspen Moon ASMR. Lori said, if you didn't have to work, what would you do with your time? Exactly what I said for that previous question. I feel like I should have put those together. Literally, like, just flowing and just loving life and being creative music. I feel like I don't know, like I'm not very well versed in heavy metal music, but I like the heavy metal culture, and I feel like those people are cool. And it's similar to like rock, but I feel like even more niche and like artsy. Like I think heavy metal, like you've got like a really like gritty, cool spirit, and I fucking love that. So if you have any heavy metal music recommendations, feel free to comment them down below and I can check them out and see what's up. Culture me, show me, baby. Tell me what it's about. Next, what inspires you to get out of bed in the morning? The fact that I have to go to work. What inspires me to get out of bed in the morning? Oh, that's such a tough question. I feel like I don't even know the answer to that. I don't feel super inspired at the moment. I think just to tackle the day and just see what it has to offer. I feel like at work, like every experience is so different, every shift is so different, because it's really just like being present for other people and like just listening to their stories. So I feel like that kind of like motivates me in a way, because this is all subconscious. I never actively think of this, but maybe it's because like I'm interested to see like how the day is gonna go, and like that's what motivates me to get up, is like how's today gonna go. Like I'm curious about that. So I would say maybe that. Next is dream job. I think my dream job, I thought about this yesterday, maybe I'll make a video talking about it or do it on Patreon, but I did a training for like childhood grief, like grieving someone that died in like a tragic way kind of thing. I think it was called stigmatized death, like childhood grief in regards to stigmatized death. I don't know, but I think education, like I would love to be able to teach people something, whether that's like by me living my life or like how I approach things or like my art or something like that. Like I would love to maybe be able to be like a nonprofit consultation person and be able to like travel to different nonprofits and help them run their organization better, because I'm very good at like seeing the gaps and what's wrong in situations and wanting to find solutions to fix it. So I feel like I'd be pretty good at that. But I think that's more like my corporate-ish answer. Like if I want to be rich, that's like what I would want to do. Because I feel like they would make good money and like talk on a stage and like be that bitch and like just kind of feel my fantasy and like have my fucking Porsche and like just be like a, I don't know, that doesn't, I feel like I'm making myself look bad. But the more like heartfelt answer would be, my dream job would be like, maybe like a farm girl. Literally just a farm girl, okay? And doing like animal therapy, like to host people at my farm and like do therapy sessions with animals. Like that's a dream job, I feel like. Next question, fave plant. Fave plant. Boring answer maybe, but honestly pothos or pothos, however you want to say it. I just really am into like the thickness of their leaves and the shape of the leaf right now. I think it's a lot more sturdy than a philodendron. Heartleaf, is it called heteroecium? I don't know. Like I used to be, I'd probably say like a lemon lime philodendron was probably my old answer, but now it's like a neon pothos, a marble queen pothos, and a jade pothos. Like I've been trying to like propagate them and like put them all in one thing. I just have to propagate the marble queen next, but I already have those two other ones propagated together and they look good in their little pots, so probably those. Very easy to get to, I feel like, and they're not that expensive, so you can like cut them up more and not feel bad about it, so probably that. I also really like my philodendron micans. Okay, next question is, ever been to England? And then if so, which part? I have not been to England before. If not, where would you like to go? I don't know if the question is like, where would you like to go within England? I'm a dumb American, okay, so I don't know specifically what parts are in England. Sorry, but I feel like the culture of England or just like European kind of stuff is very interesting, and it seems a lot and any opinions on it, any opinions on England. I don't know a lot about it, but I do like consuming media of people that are from England. Like, I feel like it's, like, whenever you come across a video of someone that's from England, like, the accent is very, like, Harry Styles, okay? That's all I know. I'm a fucking dumb American. Don't come for me. And then the last question is, they say, hi, hey, something that makes you happy that's not a person. Animals. It's sad that I don't have a pet or anything like that right now, but I would say animals make me really happy. Like, they just make me feel like my inner child is coming out. Another thing that makes me very happy is just like being out in nature and just living life and just loving the fresh air. That stuff makes me so happy, and that's not a person. So, but that is going to be it for today's video. It was a very long Q&A. I hope you guys liked it, though. I feel like I was talking very fast, but we had a lot to cover, y'all. So yeah, I love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for watching and asking questions. If you guys want another one of these, let me